Oh, bad time to have to cough. Hey, everybody. What a bad time to have to cough. How's it going? Hey, everybody. Welcome to Game 3 of the qualifying round matchup between Montreal and Pittsburgh. So, yeah, interested. Excited about Game 3. Should be a good game either way. I've got Montreal. If you look at the pinned comment, I've got Montreal 3-2 with Gallagher getting the first goal. So hockey news, NHL hockey news. I've got yours, David Robinson. I've got yours entered. No worries. And welcome in, everybody. Geez, where do we go from here? I've been preparing for this all day, and I'm like, Okay, let's see what you guys said so far. Let me see. There was a few comments before. Okay, 19 Coyote. I got. If you're in the room, I don't know if you are, Mike. Gotta say I don't agree with you. Gotta say I don't agree with you. Habs forward roster. You see, you're forgetting something. I think they traded away all their depth. They traded away all their depth. If they knew they were going to be in this, they wouldn't have gotten rid of Thompson, Kovalchuk, Cousins, Scandella. They wouldn't have gotten rid of them more than likely. Maybe one, but not all of them for sure. And they don't have their depth. So, yeah. It's a little bit lack of depth right now, but in general, no, I like their forward lines. There's a lot of guys there I wouldn't get rid of. Not saying there's other guys that I wouldn't take as well or even over them, but I'm still happy with a lot of them. So I don't agree with you, Mike. Sorry about that. But I hope you're still here because good to have a mod in the room. Okay, so let's see. What do you guys want to talk about? Let's see what's down here. Yeah, wild guess, NHL hockey news. Wild guess. It's all guesses anyway. Who knows? Before the game, do we know what the score is going to be? So we don't really know. It's all a guess, and any guess is a good one. You win something if you guess the score and first player to score on the Canadiens. This is a rough copy, but you win an emotional support hockey puck. And yeah, that's what you win. It'll look somewhat like that. It'll look a lot better than this, but that's a rough cut. So yeah, there is a prize, and that's only on official games. So when I put it up there, guess the score contest is on. Then that's the prize. If it doesn't say guess the score contest with my prediction up there, then it's not on. So, but for all these playoff games, definitely. Okay. Evening, Shamir. Hey, thanks for coming in, buddy. Shamir's got 3-1 Pens. Oh, I got to mention something. How many are we in? 8? Maybe I'll wait a little bit. But you guys that are in the room, you can see on my board back there. Let me see. Right there. See where the clock is? I don't know if you can read that. It might be backwards. I see it backwards. I don't think you guys do. But they've changed the game for Friday. Friday is no longer an 8 o'clock start, which is good for me because I got furniture coming at 7. It was going to screw me up. But it's now a 4 o'clock start, 4 o'clock Eastern time, and it'll be done by 7, and I'm happy. So remember, I'm on the air, I would think. It's going to be about 3:30. I'm going to be on the air, and we're going to go through the first period as well. Okay, let me see now. I got to write down Shamir. Shamir. 3-1 Pens. Suzuki. And we got, hey, Jeff, how's it going? Goalie girls. Oops. And you've got 4-3 Habs, my score from the last game. And wait a second now. Don't scroll up. Tatar. Wait a second. Hey, well, okay. I understand. I was going to say, what are you nuts? Giving me 2 and 1. Laylee's guess is where? Don't scroll far. 4-2 Habs Weber. And I don't know. Well, I got it now. I don't know if I had it before. You might have put it in the comments. I got a couple from the comments, but I didn't update like last minute. I was kind of busy. So, but I've got it now, so no worries. Lucifero. 3-2 Pens Weber. Weber's definitely due to get a goal, I would think. No points on the board yet. But, I mean, there hasn't been a lot of scoring. So, Jordan Tyler. Yeah, this is the boring part of it, I guess. I got to take these all down. 3-1 Habs. And Price scores. One of these days, it might happen. Lucifer, you do not have to be sorry. You know, you're a Habs fan, it's obvious, and I'm sure you would like them to win. Maybe you want to pick, but sometimes the head says, hey, they're not going to win tonight. And that's understandable. I've gone against the Habs on occasion when that's what I feel is going to happen. I try not to pick the Habs because I want you guys to see me picking the Habs. I want to pick the team that I think is going to win. So, yeah, don't have to apologize ever. Zachary, hey, buddy. Pens first goal, Crosby. But we're not looking for the Pens first goal. If you want to join in, you know the rule. The score of the game and the Montreal Canadiens first goal. There's the laugh. The day Price scores, I want a shout out for being faithful. Well, definitely. Hey, listen, I'd love to see that. To be honest with you, I'd love to see it. Goalie girls, I was in Hot Take Hockey's stream yesterday. He had a guy super chat over 250. I've seen the hockey guy get 200 a few times. Listen, I got to tell you, John is doing. If I was only 20, he's 21. He's doing yeoman's work by streaming. I don't know how he's even he's not exhausted. But the payoff is he's picking up thousands of subscribers and yeah, super chats like that. And you know what? He deserves it because he's working really hard. I mean, it's entertainment, right? I pay for entertainment. You know, I've got to get used to that fact that I guess I'm entertaining you guys somewhat, right? I don't know. To me, it's weird still. But yeah, so not surprised. I've seen donations like that. I'm not sure. I might have one time. I'm not sure if I'm making this up or not in my head, but I think I saw the hockey guy get $1,000 once. But I might have been wrong. It might have been $100, or it might have been 1,000 some other currency, and I didn't realize that. But yeah, John is doing yeoman's work. How he's on all the time and still making videos. I don't know how the guy does it, but he's 21. It was his birthday a couple weeks ago, and I was shocked when I saw. I had to double take 21. I was sure the guy was 28. I would have given him about 28, 21. Oh my God! So he's got lots of energy to do that. But yeah, John deserves it. Really, I mean, if you're somebody who watches and you're watching his streams all the time, wow, I mean, he's entertaining you. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Okay, enough of that, right? Hey, Wolverine, how's it going, buddy? Jordan, what would I rather see? Price wins a cup with or without the Canadiens, or Price scores a goal? You know, there's a point where I think I would like to see Price win a cup, doesn't matter where. I think he deserves it, and you know what? I think he's a Hall of Fame goalie, and I don't know that he might not make it in without a cup. So for me, I like Price enough, and I'm not selfish enough to say, although scoring a goal would be great to get in the record books maybe, but it's not enough. I think he wants to win a cup. So with or without the Canadiens, I'd like to see him get a cup. He did play-by-play for every game yesterday. Guy's crazy. You know, he is. And you know what? He does good play-by-play. I saw him do it first time last week, I think. And I was like, oh, that's why I said I don't think I can do play-by-play because, I mean, John's good. I'm garbage. But, yeah, he went to school for that kind of stuff. I know that, but he's good at it. But he is crazy. And, you know, it's paying off. He's got a YouTube channel. He can make a really good living entertaining people in hockey, he wants to be in hockey and in sports. Why not? So, you know, I think he deserves it. Well, oh, I read that one. The guy tried to do 1,000, but YouTube wouldn't let him. Okay, so then I think I saw 1,000, but it must have been a foreign currency because the hockey guy gets stuff from all over the world. You got to kind of guess what the currency is. So I think when 1,000 was some other country, which probably turned out to be $10 in the long run. I hope we see some line changes tonight. So do I. But you guys got to remember, this is Claude Julien. So everybody who's been putting out these really I want to say, what's the word I'm looking for? We're like really shaking up the lineup completely. It's not happening. I think to me, what I'm expecting is better line mates with Domi. That's what I'm expecting him to do. That's not what I want him to do. But I don't expect much. And I think maybe on the defense, you might see Willette out, and you might see. I'm hoping Fleury or Juleson in, but I don't expect to see much more than that. And he's not announcing anything till game time. So, that even makes it, tempers my expectations even more that he's only waiting till game time. He doesn't want to hear about it. He also doesn't want to tip the hand of the Penguins or tip his hand to the Penguins. And I get that. Plus, we have he's got last change tonight. That should make a difference. Good time to remind you guys, not as many people as I thought it would be in the room, but I did the 4 o'clock, right? It's at 4 o'clock. Okay, that can go away. You guys know. Okay. Hopefully, we're going to get a bunch of people. If it scrolls too fast, if you want me to see your comment, I'm holding up the skates. You guys that are in here all the time know what I'm talking about, or I'm going to talk about. So if I miss anything, just retype it, and I will see it second time, hopefully around, or take a super chat. I don't think a super sticker, you can actually do a comment, but if you just want to take a super sticker, that's fine as well. And that'll enter you into the contest to win these skates, Bauer Supreme, which is a really good skate. And they're very, very lightly used, and they're size 7.5. That's probably the detriment to it. But, everybody knows somebody who could use a pair of skates. And so every entry or every super chat, super sticker, or membership gets an entry into the contest. So remember that. And memberships get recurring entries every month. This is going to run to the end of the hockey. Till I guess till somewhere around the entry draft. I'm going to try to hopefully go till then. Okay, so enough pumping my channel. Let's see what we got. Odds of KK scoring again. KK could just with everything that went on with him this season and everything, I've seen many times this scenario and it not happening. But a guy like KK, who's had the ups and downs that he's had, sophomore jinx, he gets a second chance. The off time, it was about in between seasons. Like if you miss the playoffs, you're off for about 4 months. He could be ready now, and he could actually be breaking out. I don't know, but he could be out there to show us something. And odds are probably 50-50 that he could score a goal. Let's Hockey, how's it going, buddy? That he can score a third goal tonight. Why not? I like his maturity. I like the way he's coming along. He's really I like what I see. I have a feeling he won't go back to the minors. Domi will be on Drouin's spot. That's what I want. Well, you know that, Jeff. Yeah, Domi should be put down to brought down to the second line, I think, personally. Why does my stream keep lagging? I don't see it lagging, so you might be your connection. Refresh. Try refreshing and see if that helps. Anybody else, let me know. Is it lagging for anybody else? I don't see it. Nothing is ever 0%, but I'm skeptical of another goal. Hey, listen, he might not get another goal, but I think just as likely he might. Let's Hockey 3-2 Habs. Oh yeah, let me get that. I haven't seen it. So remember, if you want to get that in and I miss it, retype it or take a super chat. 3-2 Habs, Lehkonen. Hang on a sec, guys. Got it right. Let's Hockey. All right, and Wolverine's got. I'm gonna have to scroll just for a sec to stop this. I wish they had slow mode. I don't know why I don't get slow mode. Wolverine. Wolverine's got 2 on Habs. Yeah, I don't see the score going high. I honestly don't. I got 3-2. I don't see it going higher than that. But I say that, and then it's going to be a big, high-scoring game. Your boy, Drew. Boy, I'd love to see Drew again. I know everyone thinks I hate Drew. I hate Drew. I don't. Jackson, I'm getting your score in now. I'd love to see the kid just put it all together today and break out. Everyone's expecting 3 goals. I won't complain with 3 goals. I mean, he's a Hab. We got to hope that this kid does well. There's no need to hope for bad things from him. That's a for sure. Jack Newell, you had the first prediction, and yes, I got yours in. Yours was the first one. Less penalties, please. Yes. I mean, look, the penalties are going to come back and bite them in the ass if they keep this up. You can't expect that the penalty kill can hold them off that much. I mean, I've seen it happen. Not very often, obviously, but you can't really expect that to happen. And any team with the firepower, I mean, they can score goals. They're going to bite you one day. Bob Cannon, I apologize, but I don't think it's anything on my end because when it's laggy, I see it. And I'm plugged in, so I don't see why it would be laggy. When I was doing it on my other computer on Wi-Fi, it would lag often, but I would see that it's laggy. I'm plugged in on both computers, and I don't see why it would be laggy. So it's probably on your end, and I can't really help that. But I do apologize, but I don't think it's on my end. Geez, we're down to 6 people. What happened? Everybody abandoning me for the game. Oh my God. Yeah, that's been happening every live stream. Anyway, listen, whoever stays in, we'll have fun. Doesn't really matter. Maybe it's because maybe it's laggy and that's why I'm losing people. I wonder if that's what it is. I'm not noticing it, so nothing I can really do. If you missed mine, I got yours, David. I got yours from earlier. 4-2 pens, Gallagher. I got that. Can I restart the stream? No, I got to do a whole bunch of stuff to restart the stream, and that won't fix if I'm laggy on my end. It won't be fixed because of that. So I apologize, guys. I guess a lot of people are lagging, and that's why we're really low. Listen, it's probably something wrong with YouTube. I can't help that. Which current Hab would I love to have a beer with? I think I know which former Hab would be my answer. Without a doubt, know which former Hab would be. Which current Hab? You know what? I know everyone's probably going to say Nick Suzuki. It's not actually Nick Suzuki. He's a young kid. I think I'd have a lot more fun talking with a guy like Shea Weber. Brendan Gallagher. Brendan Gallagher seems like a fun guy. Actually, I think that might be my pick is Brendan Gallagher. He seems like a really fun guy to be around. Been a fan of Drouin since his Halifax days with the kid. You know, I never even knew about Drouin back then, but I know he was really good back then. The stream isn't working. It keeps restarting. Restart maybe? Well, I think it's probably, you know, there's probably maybe some weather issues. I don't know, maybe depending on where you are. But restarting it really screws me up. So I have to put up a whole new everything, thumbnail and everything. So I can't just refresh. And like I said, if I was lagging here, if it was on my end, it would be showing me that my signal's not good. My signal is good, so I definitely have to think it's not on my end, guys. And sometimes when you have that, it depends on your provider, what they're going through. So I'm sorry. I apologize. Game's about to sort of start. Bob Cannon, hate to say it, 3-2 pens. Malkin has barely played to his potential. However, give major props to my boy and former Bell star, Nick Suzuki. Yeah, it's an amazing job checking Malkin and Crosby. Both Suzuki and Deneau, awesome. Okay, Bob Cannon, give me a goal scorer, and I will enter your guess for the guess the score contest. Bob Cannon. So I'm going to mark you down 3-2 pens, and then when I see who you're going to pick for the score, I will put it in. And I'm going to scroll down. I had it blocked up. Okay, I didn't miss much. Yeah, see, Jeff in Nova Scotia is having no problem with it. So I think it depends where you are. There's a lot of weather problems in North America. Morgan, 4-3. And Morgan's also saying no problem. So, and Morgan's here in Montreal. So I dare say it's not on my end. Morgan's got 4-3 Habs, and he's got Armia. Oh, it's funny. David Robinson put PUL. I don't know what for what, but it made me think of Puljujarvi. Anybody? I saw some news today about him. He re-signed with his Finnish team, so I don't know if that means that he'll be making his way back here or not to Edmonton. But I thought that was it made me think of that. Okay, that's the way my mind works. Yeah, they both seem like fun guys to hang out with. Yeah, I mean, I would like to talk. Weber would, but you know what? Gallagher actually seems like a really fun guy to talk to. And next guy up actually might be, oddly enough, and I think his English must be good enough. Thomas Tatar kind of interests me. I think he'd be an interesting guy to talk to. Him too. He seems like have a good sense of humor. Refresh. It's not Rick. That's right. It's not Rick. It's not. It's wherever they are. Okay. So, did I miss anything important while I scroll down? No. Habs goal scorer. Yep. Tatar will find the net. Well, it's the first one, so we're looking for the first one. But hey, Tatar is actually a good guess. He had the first goal the first game, so I think that's a good guess. Evidently, Puljujarvi signed with Liga for 1 year. Yeah, he re-signed with the team he went to play for. Re-signed. I don't know if that means he can't go to Edmonton. He probably has a clause where he can get out of, but it might not mean that. It might mean that he's going to stay there. I don't know. Hey, Garrett, how's it going? I'm doing well. I hope you are too. Ready for the game. I got to go get ready for the game. No problem. Hey, Jack, hope I'll see you again after, but thanks for the guess. And if you get it right, don't forget to get in touch with me, but I'll try to get in touch with you first. Garrett Scott, 3-2 Habs. I wish I could write shorthand. It would be so much easier. 3-2 Habs. And KK with the goal. That's also a good one. I say, why not? KK can get another goal tonight. I don't see why he wouldn't. He has an NHL opt-out? Yeah, that would make sense, Jeff, that he does. I thought of that. I didn't say it in the thing on Twitter, but it makes sense. There were a lot of rumors of Puljujarvi in Montreal. I think Puljujarvi has talent, but he's got to make it back to Edmonton first. It doesn't look like he's going to get traded before. He's going to get back to Edmonton, show he's an NHLer, and then I kind of expect he will get traded. This one, I haven't seen this guy before. MLD, 4664. QC. Oh, so you're in Quebec. 4-2 Habs. I need a goal scorer, though, with that for Montreal. Montreal's first goal scorer. So it's not necessarily first goal scorer of the game, but the Montreal first goal scorer of the game. But I got you in for that. And you just so if you think, well, I could still win. No, you can't win the puck without you can't win the puck without both aspects of the guess. Sorry if I keep asking if you got my prediction. Yes, I do. I do have your prediction. If you want me to read it out to you, I will. 4-2 Habs with Deneau getting the goal. Yes, I got it. So yeah, I got it. Sorry about the your. It's got to be your provider wherever you are. Why did the NHL choose Edmonton and Toronto as hub cities? Turns out, well, they have all the facilities they need. They have the medical facilities they need, the testing facilities, all the things the players need, the hotels. They have everything in a close enough area, and also. Canada doesn't have the cases that they do in the States, and that's why. Sorry, buddy. Check in later. It might go away. I don't know. It's weird how lag works, but it's definitely not on my side. Okay, where am I at? I think I'm at where I have to entertain you guys now. So there was something I wanted to talk about, and now, I don't know. I'm going to remind you guys about that. No, I guess here on screen I have to point there. See, it says Friday game, time 4 p.m. The Friday game has been changed from 8 p.m., dropped down to 4 p.m. I don't know why. I just saw that on Twitter from a good source. I'm going with it because it really works for me. So I've got something happening at 7 that was going to put my live stream in doubt, and now it won't. So I'm happy about that. Why did the NHL? Oh, we went through that. Funny how Toronto banned the Jays from playing but allowed the hub cities. Oh, that's explainable. Baseball didn't go by with the hubs. They went by traveling like normal, city to city, and the city of Toronto said no, that's not good enough, and they didn't allow them to play. So there's a reason for it, and there's no conspiracy there. And I wouldn't blame them not once, not at all, because baseball did not do it right at all. Was I surprised that the Rangers got swept and have a chance at Lafreniere? I mean, yes and no. I picked New York in 5, but did it surprise me that Carolina actually won? No, because I look at some of the guys they have, and Sebastian Aho was awesome. Shows you why Bergevin tried to get him. And I wasn't really surprised, but I didn't think they'd get swept. But I thought, they have a bit of a rivalry there, I think. And I thought, whatever, but I thought Rangers were better. Turns out not. But you know what? There's going to be a couple of upsets like that where teams aren't going to play the way you think because of the way the situation is, the short training camp, things like that. It's going to happen. Ghislain is in the room. He made it in earlier than last time. Hey, Ghislain. Hey, Lou, how's it going? Hey, you got a guess for the game tonight? Hang on, I got to write down Ghislain. It's 3-2 Habs with Drouin. I'm actually surprised not more of you guys haven't picked Drouin. I've seen so many things on Twitter about Drouin's going to have a hat trick tonight, so we'll see. How's it going, Lou? You decided to join in the live stream tonight, so you got to give me a guess of what you think the score will be, and you got to give a goal scorer for the Habs, the first goal scorer. I don't know if you know anybody still on the Habs though, so it's going to be funny. It's possible to get a mask exemption card in Montreal. I did not know that, but I guess for people who really have a problem with it, I would think that makes sense. Morgan, I know you always choose Maria. I noticed that. Good to see no injuries, eh? Drouin has been having a good time. I'm not putting any more pressure on him. It's good to see that there's no injuries. I'm not sure. There's a couple of teams with a couple of big guys out. They can't tell you anything now. All they say is unfit to practice or unfit to play, whatever it is. So you don't know if it's this or that, whatever, So I don't know, but there's been some injuries out there. The Montreal, not good. We've been lucky enough. We'll say that, and somebody will go down tonight. 1966. You got to give me a goal scorer for Montreal. First goal scorer for Montreal. He's got 4-0 Pens. Oh, you don't have to give me. Sorry. You're exempt because you got a shutout there. That was dumb of me. Sorry about that. So that's awesome. I got yours in. Drouin on the third line, 12 minutes of ice time tonight. Yeah, I mean, you know what? They might get a little more if they make that switch and put Domi on second line. You figure fourth line is going to get a little less ice time than they've been getting, and that will obviously be distributed amongst the top 3 lines. So might not be 12 minutes, but I would probably say 14, 15 minutes. Go Muller, go. Muller doesn't play, and you got to add another L to that. Muller doesn't play anymore. He is coaching the power play though, but he's a coach. So no Muller. You got to pick. You got to find out who's on. I'll pick somebody for you. Give me a score. I'll put you in. But you got to give me a score. Montreal and Pittsburgh. I'll put you in with a goal scorer. I'm going to give you Paul Byron. But you got to give me a score, and you could win a puck. Domi first goal, 4-1 Habs. Automatic. All right, buddy. Domi, 4-1, right. 4-1 Habs. And Domi. Okay, now let me see. Did I miss anybody's? Okay, Lou's got 4-3. You got to give me a team, though. Well, I know you're picking Montreal. I would think, anyway, because pretty sure you're going to say Montreal. So I got you 4-3 Montreal, Byron for the first goal. I think last change will benefit Habs tonight. And it should change his way of looking at it. And this is another good point. I'm glad you made that so I can talk about it. I got to get the game started here. It should change his outlook because he's got last change. He doesn't need that fourth line being balanced for the reason that he said he wanted balanced lines. Well, tonight you got last change. You don't need that because you got last change. So make a fourth line that's a real fourth line. Put Domi up on the second line. Drop Drouin down to the third line. And bring Evans in to be the center on the fourth line. And for me, Bob's your uncle. Bob St. John's here. I'm not talking about you, Bob St. John. But Bob's your uncle, and you got a lineup. I think that works. I really do. Whoever wins tonight wins the series. Well, I'll tell you this, though. Remember, this is a 5-game series. So 5-game series, the winner of the first game, 81% chance of 81% of the time they win the series. So I don't know so much that if Montreal loses here, then it might. But you're right. It's kind of like the 5th game of a 7-game series. Usually that team goes on to win. Okay, I wanted to get. I got 2 mice on my desk, and I got to use the right one. Okay, we're good there. No, not too loud. Game's not on yet. Let me just put on full screen. I'll try to get as much of that in as I can. Usually I don't. We talk here, so we'll see how that goes. Who won the Weber-Subban trade? Obviously Montreal. And listen, I don't care what you say. I love PK. I loved him here. Listen, Lou's in here. She knows he was my favorite player. But the way his career has gone downhill, Weber has gotten, if not better, at least more consistent and back to the Weber of his younger days, not hurt all the time. He's playing a lot better and all that kind of stuff, right? So just in that, we've got the better of the trade. He produces more points. He's just better all around right now. So I don't think that there's a debate there anymore. I hope not. I mean, I don't see where it would be. Right now, we have the best of both worlds. We win, we are in the playoffs. We lose, we have an 8% or a 1 in 8 chance to get the first overall choice. You know what? I don't totally agree with that in this way, Gislain. You're right. But I'll say it this way. If they go as far as winning the cup, it's a no-win. It's a win-win because if they lose now, they can get those picks. If they don't win the cup and they beat Pittsburgh, it's a waste. It's a total waste, except for the experience it gives the guys. But you lose a really good pick that's going to help you in the future. So I don't know if it's if it's a full win-win situation. Suzuki and Petrie on the same line is always dangerous. Petrie's a defenseman. So maybe you mean on the power play. I wonder if they change the crowd sounds for the home team. I guess interesting point. Never thought of that. So we'll find out tonight. And I do believe they are the home team for the next 2 games. So, yeah, that'll be interesting to see, I guess. I wonder – no, I read that. Hey, Habs 5-2 Weber. That's right. Don't forget, they're about to start the contest shuts for entries. And I believe, Zachary, you're going to get the last one. And I don't even know. I still have 13 people in the room. The lag must have stopped because I think that's why people were leaving. Okay, so the anthems are going. I'm basically no more entries except MLD 4664. If you're still out there, I need a goal scorer, first Montreal goal scorer. And yeah, that's it. Everybody else, the entries are good. We'll put this to the side for now. I don't need that in front of me. Somewhere. We got anthems going. Game's about to start. I don't know what else to say there. Okay, let me read what you guys are saying up here. Jeff is saying, I really don't think Montreal can pull this off. And if they do, they get swept in the next round. That's my biggest fear right there. So they beat Pittsburgh here. which my gut is telling me they're going to do, Jeff, because of the Lafreniere pick. I've seen this crap happen. They're just going to win here and then, get swept. So, Morgan, hang on a second. I got to get to Morgan's question in a second. Weber seems to get better with age. Just has to stay healthy. That's it. I supported the trade to day one, and the day one of the trade. And Lou is still here. If you're still here, Lou, she can actually confirm that. She's the one who called me and told me they traded Subban, and I asked her who they got, and she told me someone named Shea Weber, and I said, "Oh, that's okay. If there's two guys that I thought they're going to trade them. There's only two guys I'll accept, and that was Weber or Doughty at the time, and they got Weber, so I was happy. And Lou, if you're out there, you can confirm that for me and say yes, that's true, because that's what happened. They changed the ads on the boards for the home team. Do they? Okay, well that makes sense actually. Give more local ads for Montreal. When are you going to have me come co-host with you, Rick? Morgan, I know you're in Montreal. Well, not till, it's safe to do that, number one. But keep reminding me that because that's something I want to do. Are you interested in podcasting at all? I'm looking for a local podcast partner, the co-host. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And if you are, my email's in the description of even this live stream. Email me if you are interested in that, and we'll talk about it. Even email me now about this co-hosting, however you want to put it, and we'll talk about it because I'm looking for a co-host for my podcast that's local to go along with my friend Patty Mac. See my dog's bring. Whenever he's going to be able to co-host, which is delaying my podcast right now. So let me know. Well, I've got one started. I started it 6 episodes in, but it's hard to do alone. Ray, can you stop barking? She sees one of her friends out there. So let me know if you're interested, and we'll talk more about it. But not here right now because we're about to start over here. So there, everybody look up Luis Sorel. Yep, it's true. And that's about the Subban Weber. I was okay with it from day one when I heard about it. Wait a second. I missed somebody here I wanted to. Okay, Alex Benson. I wanted to say hi. That's what it was. Alex Benson, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. The Habs almost traded Subban to the Oilers for Draisaitl, but it didn't work. That one would have been good. Hey, Six Nitty, how's it going, buddy? Bob Cannon. Fun fact, the Habs clearly won the national anthem. Well, that's an interesting fact. So we got play started, 15 seconds in. What line's out there? Is that Suzuki I see? No, it's the nose lines out there. Petrie gets a nice shot on goal, but not a difficult save. The boards had Boston ads on them last game. Boston ads? We didn't play Boston? No, the Montreal game is going to be delayed. No, it's not. It's on right now. No delay. Hey, Johnny Golden, another mod in the room. How's it going, buddy? Appreciate coming in, buddy. 60, never mind. It's going to be delayed. It's not going to be. It's on right now. Pugliarvi signed in Europe for 1 year. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier that he re-signed with the team, but apparently he's got an opt-out to come back to the NHL if he needs to, which is what I would have figured. He just wants to know that he's going to play somewhere, so I don't blame him for doing that, and he doesn't have anything solid yet with Edmonton, so that makes sense that he would do that. They didn't change the lines. You've got to be kidding me. No, they didn't. Drew is still on second line. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Robert Dufour, hey, buddy, how's it going? Yeah, you're late to the session, but hey, we're on still right through the first period, so no problem. No, we're just about to talk about that. Apparently, he did not change the lines. Big disappointment tonight. That's a huge disappointment. And I'm going to tell you right now, my prediction for them winning The series goes out the window with that decision not to change lines. These lines, and I see Willette's out there. I said he's not going to do much. He's not. I said at the beginning he's very conservative. It's going to be very minor changes, even though I want bigger changes. And I don't think he did any changes. I wouldn't be surprised, though, to see Lindgren in that's not Price. That's the changes. That wouldn't shock me. So now at this point, with that move, I'm predicting Claude Julien will not be the coach of the Canadiens for that much longer, because that's ridiculous. No, I'm sorry. Claude is not doing that. Morgan, you're wrong. That's not what they're doing. The coach and the players don't even care about Lafreniere right now. It's not in their heads. It doesn't matter to them. What that is bad coaching. My opinion. Okay, let's see now. That's my rant. Excuse me. Kyle Clifford did a nice hit on the Columbus player. I saw something about it on Twitter, but I didn't see it. Did you think Kotkaniemi is going to get a goal tonight? Somebody asked me that earlier, 680. I say, why not? Just because he got 2 games in a row, why not get a third game in a row? If anybody deserves it right now, the kid could use it and deserves it. So I think Claude Julien is saying, hey, Carey Price is the best goalie. He's going to win it for us. It's good that Puljujarvi signed in Europe for another year. He needs to gain his confidence back. I think he's getting it back there, but I think Wolverine, it's more about that he wants to make sure he's got a place to play. He's got nothing assured with Edmonton. He doesn't know when that'll work out. He needs a place to play. The main thing is, Jeff was saying he's got an opt-out to come back to the NHL if he needs to. So that means this when he works it out with Edmonton, he'll be back. The GM cares and the president, they're Claude's boss, but that's not. No, I don't agree with you. See, we actually would do a good podcast because that's the kind of shit that's good on a podcast where two people don't go, oh yeah, I agree with you. Oh yeah, I agree with you. No, it's really good but I don't agree with you. No, the coach and the players should not give a crap about Lafreniere. Their jobs are to go out there and win. And think about this another thing. If I'm a player and I'm on the Habs, and maybe I'm not a player that I know I'm going to stick around next year or going forward, and I don't know where I'm going to end up, but I'm now in the playoffs. Well, I'm going to try my goddamnedest because I don't know if I'm ever going to get back there. It doesn't matter. Oh, well, think about Lafreniere next year. He'll get us back. That's not a guarantee either. Getting him is not a guarantee. And then if you get him, it's still not a guarantee you're going back to the playoffs because it never is. And so I don't think any of these guys can look at it and say, well, I'll get back there next year. You don't freaking know if you'll ever get back there. They're playing their hearts out, and Julien wants to coach and get another cup. He doesn't know if he'll get back into the playoffs again either. So I don't agree with that they're going to tank. I don't agree with it. They're not tanking. That's just bad coaching, in my opinion. That's bad coaching. That's all it is. I don't think Montreal is going to let Lindgren play because Carey Price will be the win. Will be the man. I'm not sure what we mean by the win. We go out there and bring a win for them. Well, no, I don't think Lindgren's going to play. I was making a joke about that because he didn't change anything else, but he really kind of hinted that he was changing something in the lineup tonight, and he didn't. So, if they lose tonight, he's gonna take hell. I hope by the media and on Twitter, he's going to take hell either way, even if they win. No, maybe if they win, he won't. But if they lose, he's going to take hell on Twitter. If it's not broke, don't fix it. CJ's hoping the last change is enough to win tonight, but I don't agree. This is why I don't agree. And tell me if I'm wrong, Jeff. He's got the last change. He didn't in the first 2 games, and one of the reasons he said Domi is on the 4th line to balance out his lineup is because of that one particular thing, that he didn't have the last change, so he doesn't know every time what line's going to go out against what line. That changed tonight. He doesn't need Domi on the 4th line anymore. Not for the next 2 games. So what is this? So I don't agree with that. And sometimes you're right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But they lost the last game. So you can't look at it and say, well, we won the last game. They didn't. So this is bad coaching. Dale, he's dressed. He has no future in Montreal. I can see the rest of the comment, but I agree with that. Why is Weiss getting experience? He's getting experience? What about Evans? Evans can play the wing too. Evans can play on Domi's wing, and he's a lot more offensively talented than Weiss. And he's a big guy. He's 6'2", and he's defensively responsible, which helps because Domi's weak in that area. So, no, this is bad coaching. And I was supporting Julian. I no longer do because this is clearly bad coaching, in my opinion. Okay, enough of my rant. Am I going to give 90% effort and go fishing with the family at the cottage next week? Not trapped in a hotel in Toronto. What's that about? Wait a second. Whatever happened to Ryan Paling? My, how the might have fallen. Well, look, I think it just proves Paling's not ready yet. He's not ready yet. That's it. I don't think he's not ever going to be ready, or he's a bust. He's too young to be a bust. He's not ready yet, and there's nothing wrong with that. I thought Domi would get moved up to the second line sixth inning, honestly. Yeah, there you go, or a second liner. I don't see how it's not the case. I don't understand. He was hinting at a change because Gallagher was a game time decision. Got hurt last game, didn't skate in the morning. He said he wants 4 balanced lines. Never said it was because of the last change. Oh, that's not. I think I heard him say that. I'm almost positive I heard it out of his mouth. That's one of the reasons. What Weber? What did Weber do? Oh, I'm not paying attention. Of course, I'm not paying attention. Oh, it's a goal. They're looking at. Oh yeah, goal. They're challenging for goalie interference. Of course, they're in Toronto. It's goalie interference. I don't have to look at it. It's going to be called back for goalie interference. They're in Toronto. Weber. Oh, Weber. Got lots of Webers. How many we got, Weber? 1, 2. Oh, only 3. I thought there were more Webers. Well, 3 guys have Weber. And there might be a couple on the comments in the video that I didn't get to look at yet. They'll get entered if they got Weber, if the goal is good. Well, I have to say there was a time when the season Lehkonen got called for that, right? I think it was Lehkonen, and this was worse, and they called that other one back. How they let this goal in, I don't understand then. Why was that other goal not allowed? Do you remember that one, guys, early in the season? He was pushed in. He was trying to keep back, and they pushed him in, and they called, I think it was Lehkonen, and that was worse. What happened there? Laley, by the way, Laley, congrats if it's good. Awesome. I hope you win the puck. What's your score? Lady's got 4-2. I don't know about 4 goals for Montreal, but I hope she gets it. So they get the goal, and it's a power play at the same time? No way. No way. Come on. Okay, this is 2020. It's weird. 2020 screwed up. This is 2020. I was wrong. Doesn't happen too often. It does happen often. Sorry, guys. Lady got the first goal. Tell her congrats. I'm really not confident in her 4 goals, but getting a goal early like that, you never know. I thought it was a good goal, but I thought they'd call it back because of earlier in the season that what they were calling back doesn't make any sense to me. Lecky got mauled by 2 guys. I agree. He was shooting the puck when he hit the goalie. Told you the refs don't care. Yeah, coach's challenge. If you lose, they get a power play. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. I remember that Lecky goal. That was a brutal call, right? Okay, Morgan remembers it, right? It was brutal. That was worse. And that was allowed? I'm happy it's allowed. Don't get me wrong, guys. I guess it looks like I'm not happy. I'm happy it's allowed, but that's brutal that those two things, if you put them up there and say that one wasn't and that one was, and you go, well, that doesn't make any sense. It should have been the other way around, if anything. Okay, just taking a look over. Jeff, again, you know what my point was, right? I mean, you remember I told you what my point of it was. I wasn't saying that the refs are whatever in that point I made. It was just to point out that seems like an odd statistic for this one guy with one team. It's kind of suspicious. Whether there's anything behind it, I don't know. That's for other people to investigate. I can't really do that. But it wasn't from. I kind of would have. I would in the spirit of what you said there. Refs don't care, and they aren't biased to a team. In the spirit of that, I would like it to be like that. But there are things that make it look like it's not like that at times. So that's the only reason. Yeah, I'm trying to get notes together. I can't make notes while this is all going on. I don't know. Well, I know how the hockey guy does it. He has his wife reading out this stuff. It makes it a lot easier, but I can't do that until I get somebody to do that for me. Thank God for the highlights videos after that Sportsnet or NHL puts out, because I'll tell you the truth, for the first period, I can put the first period together with what I saw and what they're showing, and I can actually do a decent first period for the review. But if they lose, nobody watches my review. Oh, hit the post. The first game review I got. I want to watch. This is very exciting. My first game review, I got almost 500 views on it. Second game they lost. It's not even at 100 yet. But it's typical. I noticed that last season, I think, where if they lost the game, nobody watched my video at all. And if they won, I got some views, and then as I grew, I got more. But when they lose, not enough interest. That's Canadiens fans for you right there. Is no, they lost, I'm not interested. They won, oh, let me watch everybody's video. That's kind of what it's like. Only you guys that are the core group of Talking Habs community. You're the guys that put up I think it's like at 85 views. I know it's mostly from you guys. And I'm sure there's a few guys that probably might not have even seen the notification and didn't even know I put it out. That happens too. So hopefully eventually you do get they do show it to you that it's there, and then you click on it. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Morgan, I found a loophole in betting on hockey. You can bet on a team to win and the other team to have more penalty minutes. I'm not a statistician, but seems to me most teams who win take less penalties. I would think statistically that's got to be true, right? I think it would, I think statistically it would be true. I just don't know, like, it doesn't mean that it would be like a high amount. It might be just a little more. It might not pay off to use that as a betting thing, though. That's the thing. But I would think statistically, to some level, more, yeah, they win more than they lose if they take less penalties. Goalie Girls, just ribbing you, Rick. Pittsburgh is a really good team, just a fluke they win with that ref. I want to believe that. I really do. And I'm not saying that that's not possible, because that is possible. And I want to believe that. But if it was a little bit different than 14-1 with that one guy, I wouldn't be suspicious at all. But that's a kind of number that, like I say, it's a suspicious number, but it doesn't mean he's guilty of anything. But it's suspicious, you got to say. When they lose, people say they're not a fan. That's how. I make an old quote from my mouth not working tonight. An old quote from Steve Shutt talking to a rookie. I forget who it was too. I used to know who he was saying this to, but he said the fans are great here in Montreal. They love you whether you win or tie. And he said, but you better not tie too often. So, and he didn't throw out anything about losses. That wasn't even accepted. So, yeah, that was in the days when ties happened. So, let's see. 12 minutes. I'm probably a little bit behind you guys because I'm streaming it. Still 1-0. 5 shots to 3 for Montreal. The they have a look about them that they could win tonight, Montreal. I have to say, I don't. From what I've seen, I don't get this look like they're chasing it. You know, I don't know how else to describe it. So I like that fact. Remember, when I say that, that's the fan in me talking, because the thinking guy does not want them to win this game. But I have a feeling they will, and that's why I picked them 3-2. Because if I thought Pittsburgh was going to win, if I really, really felt it, I would take Pittsburgh in my guess, in my prediction. But I don't feel strongly about that right now. Do I think Bergevin will try to – what do I think he'll try to do off-season? He has a lot of assets at his disposal. You know, I think there's a lot of options for him, and it's hard to predict. But I think they scored. Pittsburgh scored. It's hard to predict what Bergevin will do, but I think he needs to address the backup goalie. He needs to get a big-time score, some kind of scoring up front, and fill that hole on defense. Although I do really believe Romanov will fill that hole eventually, but I don't know if he'll do it first year. You can't expect that. So Malkin. No. Hornquist. And why is there another penalty? Or what happened? Well, Malkin's on the board. So much for me not really making fun of him in my preview. But he had nothing. I put him up there with the scorers to show he had nothing. But I don't know. I'm wondering if I just had to just say I think they're going to win. And then that happens while I'm saying it. So Hornquist for Malkin and Crosby. What were Malkin and Crosby doing out together? Was it a power play like that? Was that a power play goal? Oh, I'm so far removed from what's going on when I'm doing the live stream. It's horrible. Jeff, Jeff, I like you. You know I like you, but not when you say trade Caulfield. I stopped liking you when you say that. I still like Laley, though. Laley's still my friend, but you become not so much when you say trade Caulfield. I like Hischier. It's 2-1. Wow, can a game change real fast? Well, there's the 2-1. Well, for Laley's sake, I hope they don't score any more pens, and Montreal does, because one more and she's out of it. And let's see. Zachary would still be in it. Lucifero is in it, and Laley is in it. Disappointing, isn't it, when they blow a lead like that with 2 quick goals? And I wasn't really watching. I hate that. Okay, wait a second. Penalties killing us. I said it in my preview. If they keep taking penalties, Pittsburgh will start to score. They're going to bite them in the ass, and this is what biting them in the ass means. Because quite honestly, Ray, not now, quite honestly, a penalty kill can't be 100%. They can't kill everything. They're going to give up a couple of goals. If you give them enough opportunities, they're going to give up some goals. Hang on, guys, I'm thirsty. This is where Julian should have called a timeout. Yep. You see the comments about staying out of the box. Yep. This is going to be a big thing for them. Julian looks like Bill Dauterive on King of the Hill. That's funny. That's funny. I guess a little bit, eh? That's a good one, Johnny. I like that. Winning team takes less penalties. In general, I mean, I've seen teams win after taking a bunch of penalties. I've seen it happen. It's not like it's never happened. But I think generalizing, I would think that's true. I hate that Julian changed the lines. He didn't change the lines. I personally hope Bergevin moves on from him. Yeah, well, I think this is listen, not changing the lines tonight, I don't care what anybody says. That's got to be a big part of what's going on here. Those lines don't work because you waste Domi's talent on the fourth line. Why is Dale Weiss there? There's no reason for Dale Weiss to be there. It's nothing against him personally. If he happens to see this, he's not seeing this. But why? And even Jordan Wheel, personally, not contributing anything. Try kids on the fourth line. Make the fourth line a fourth line and have three much stronger lines. And I think that works a lot better. And he didn't do that, and that's what we're going to see here tonight. And that could be the last nail in the coffin for him for sticking around. I got to think that if he's still here for next season, that he's got a very short leash. But I think if they I think now if they lose, which they're going to probably now, don't change the lines. Pittsburgh's got starting to score maybe. Maybe they fire him off season. But I'm very disappointed. I think my support of him saying that he's doing the right thing, I don't know. I think he missed the boat big time by not changing up lines. J-Fed, you got it summed up? No, that's not someone who's at the door, Morgan. That's one of her friends she heard outside. Someone walking her dog. She got a bark. 2 quick power plays on 3 calls against Montreal, 2 goals scored. That sums it up really well, J-Fed. Yeah. What did we see? Okay, Jeff, I'm not sure why you wrote that. You got to explain yourself. Explain yourself. Penalties killed the Habs there, but it is only the first period. No, it's true. It's not over. I'm playing Habs fan victim. No, it's not over yet. But you got to think that once you allow Pittsburgh to start scoring on power plays and you're taking penalties, not going to be good. 3 games in, their power play is ready to start scoring. If you're going to want to give them more penalties, you're looking to it's bad. Mark Kaufman, how's it going, buddy? My father, Morgan, my father is a lifelong Habs fan and has some controversial views. Yep. The older you get, the more controversial your views can get. You have to remember CJ has more information than us. That's true. Petry's better than Weber. He's a little younger. I don't know, better overall, but they're, both really good talents. Johnny Golden. Ducharme made the playoffs 6 out of 7 years in the queue. Not easy to do. He can relate to the young players a lot better than Claude. Well, I think, considering we're one of the youngest teams in the league, I think considering that, you want a coach in there that's going to do well with young players. The fact that he hasn't made changes and brought some of these young guys in is beyond me. And that shows you exactly that. He's not working well with the kids. Habs need a scrapper and are way too small. They are a bit small. I'll give you that. We could use a little bit more size. I give you that. I don't think having a scrapper or a fighter, I don't think you need that anymore. I really don't. So I don't think that makes a difference. And we don't need any more small guys. That I'll give you, unless you're offsetting somewhere, right? So if you're bringing in some new small talent, some other small talent is going, and you're bringing in like one small guy, 1 or 2 big guys at the same time. So, yeah. And listen, Paling's not small. Like I said, Evans is not small. Evans is 6'2", so he's not a small guy. Suzuki, while being just under 6 feet, is not small body-wise. He's got the weight to him, and he's not easy to push around. I think that's good. So I don't really put him in with the small guys for that reason. Plus the talent level on this kid, with enough size and weight behind it, I think he's going to be fine. But yeah, I think we got to be careful about small guys. That's why I really think if Jake Sanderson is available at the pick, he's got the size that they're looking for, and I think they're going to go with him if it's opposed to a smaller guy. And a lot of these top 10 guys, the prospects for this draft, are on the small side. You know, once you get past Byfield, Lafreniere, decent size at 6'1", but plays bigger. So Lafreniere at 6'1" plays like a 6'4", where Byfield at 6'4" plays more like 6 feet. That's what I understand. He's not a very physical guy. I don't know. Did he save that? Did Price save that with his pad? That was a good little save there, I think. Pittsburgh's roared back in shots. Montreal was ahead 6-4. They're now behind 11-6. So that's something. Scroll back. I must remind, not enough people. I was going to remind you about the super chats and all that and the skates, but with 12 people in the room, I don't think I'm going to miss anybody's comments. What about Caulfield? No trading Caulfield. I'm sorry. I know he's small, but this kid's got the shot. He's always performed everywhere he goes. He's much better defensively and playmaking than anybody thinks. I believe that. I don't want to see that kid go before we give him a shot here in Montreal. Sorry. I don't care if you say, well, if you give him a shot and he doesn't make it, his value goes down. I don't care. I want to see that shot in the Habs uniform. I want Julian and Muller fired. Been saying that for years. Well, he's not the right coach. Younger team now. He likes his veterans. It seems like he does. I can't argue that anymore. And doesn't like playing young guys. But Julian has 2 years, $10 million left. You know what? That doesn't go against the cap, so I don't think that's a problem. Molson has the money. It's not a problem. That's what happens, you know. You sign a contract, and sometimes you got to eat the contract for a coach. Not much you can do. Wolverine, yeah. Julian works better with veteran players. That's why you're not seeing the kids other than KK and Suzuki. For one, Suzuki, he can't hold back. And I don't think he can with KK anymore either. So he has no choice. And he kind of worded it that way. You know, when you think about it, when he was talking about it last week, I think I put a quote in the news of the day where he said, you know, the talent level, you have no choice but to work with them. That doesn't, you know, you should be like excited to work with them. You know, oh, a guy like Suzuki, I love working with him or something like that. To say you got no choice to work with him, it's not really enthusiastic, is it? Biggest guy in the draft is Askarov. Did I see that? Where is that? I know he's a big guy, Askarov.